What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane back again with another television breakdown. And in this video, we're talking about Queens, the new series on ABC, episode 1. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. So I was not sure. Like, I thought I was going to do a live for this, but now I'm recording this video so I can talk about it a little bit. I might still wind up doing a live because I really want to know how y'all are feeling about the show. Have you watched Queens? If so, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? What do you love? What do you hate? I have mixed emotions about the show. Overall, though, I will say that I'm going to keep watching it and I enjoyed the episode. There were a couple of like corny moments, a couple of like pieces of dialogue that was like, okay, this it just reminded me like, okay, we are watching network television because I feel like a lot of times there's like a line being told between like authentic storytelling and then like the studio system, specifically when a multicultural story or a black story is shaped by white executives. There's just some stuff just kind of gets watered down in between, and I did get like cheesy watered down moments of it. However, I did get really strong, empowering, deep, nuanced parts that are the things that really kind of hooked me. First things first, I want to talk about the cast. I think that they did a phenomenal job with casting this series. They have Naturi Naughton playing Jill the Thrill, Brandy Norwood as Naomi, Eve as Brianna, Nadine Velazques as Butter Pecan, and I think that it's great. Like, only one of the group is Nadine, in reference to doesn't actually have a musical background, I believe. And you could tell because this was not given what everybody else was given, but she was given enough to make me believe that they could have been a group, especially because part of her storyline is that she was the least talented within the group, but the pretty one. And there's beef between her and Brandy's character, or Naomi in the show, around their manager, who is Eric. They both had romantic feelings or romantic interactions with him. However, he chose Butter Pecan over Naomi, and that put a big rift between them. And then ultimately is part of the thing that helped push the group to break up. This show is a show about this women's rap sing group. I think they're like a rap sing group, but they do a lot of rapping. How they broke up, but then specifically them coming back together after 20 years, having their moment in the limelight, and then kind of fading into obscurity and going on about their lives, all going their separate ways after they break up, after a tumultuous concert, and then all the personal drama played out. And then they come back together because this artist JoJo wanted to remix their song and wanted to do something with them. They come back together to get that bag, but then in the process, JoJo has her own demons that she's fighting, ultimately overdosing, and then creating a moment for the girls to show up for her and support her. Then she creates a moment to be able to honor them and support them and push them to reunite and not make this a one-time thing, but go on and like basically reclaim their spot at the top. So this season, we're going to see this group come back together, continue to fight their internal demons and deal with their internal struggles, because they do have a few, but then also fight to make it back to the top of the charts and to start winning again, specifically within music. Now, what I do love about this is that it's not just the story of this group coming back together and trying to get their fame in an older age, because I think that in and of itself is a great story to tell, but each of the women have their own life things going on. So Eve's character Brianna is now a mother of 5, and her husband is cheating on her after she has sacrificed. She's got the minivan, she is giving super mom Steve's all over the place, and he has the nerve to cheat on her, and that's played by Ronrico Lee. I cannot even with him because he is now playing for the second time a cheating husband. If y'all don't know, First Wives Club, I actually love that series as well. I'm going to be breaking that down at some point. I'm gonna find some time to break down First Wives Club because y'all should be watching that as well. He also plays a cheating ass husband on there, but her husband is cheating on her, and this is the thing that is pushing her, gives her motivation to reclaim the life that she had before, because the mundanity of like where she is now and like just not feeling satisfied, not feeling desired, respected, all of that, she just doesn't have it in her regular life, but she can get it again being back on stage. And when I tell you that performance at the end with this blonde was a look and a vibe, I'm like, yes, Brianna, you deserve to be on this stage, sis. It's time. It's go time. We want to see all of it. And Naturi Naughton's character, Jill the Thrill. She is now reformed completely. She's in the church. She is Catholic. She is married, but she is also lesbian and cheating on her husband with her lesbian lover, who she is deeply, deeply, deeply in love with, and struggling with coming out because she doesn't want to disappoint others. She's afraid of what society says. But then by the end of the first episode, she actually proclaims her sexuality in this rap song. So in the follow-up episodes, we're going to see the fallout of like what is it going to look like when she steps in to take what's hers in reference to her happiness, her joy, and her love, and transitions out of this marriage that is not given what it's supposed to give. Okay, Nadine Velazques character Butter Pecan is now a disgraced former talk show host. After the group broke up, she's the one who went on to actually get a ton of fame and kind of came out of it unscathed. But that's because look at her, like she's a beautiful Latina who definitely looks like she belongs on television. And part of the thing that she has to deal with in this first episode is like apologizing for, weaponizing her pretty and her privilege, and just not necessarily showing up for these girls the same way that they have showed up for her, but really getting to a vulnerable place and like, yo, I really do need y'all if I'm going to resurrect my career, if I'm going to do anything, but ultimately if I'm going to cultivate family, because I don't have any family. Nobody's looking out for me the way that y'all are. And we get to see that journey with her in this episode. Now, it will be a struggle coming up still between her and Naomi, because even though they actually hash their problems out, they have a fight initially and then they stop speaking and then they actually hash it out because Butter Pecan apologizes. Butter Pecan is still very much so interested in Eric, and Eric is still very much so interested in Naomi. He has already communicated to her that he made a mistake in choosing the wrong person, and then they actually have their little moment. They get the little thing going, and then towards the end of the episode we get to see Butter Pecan pushing up on him, and Naomi's just sitting there like, oh, all right, that's what we finna do. That's what we finna do. But that's not the biggest thing on Naomi's plate. Like, she has a daughter that she's estranged from, that her mother is taking care of, while she is still, chasing the next gig and still trying to make it big. So she spent the last 20 years still performing and really just trying to, like I said, make it big. She seems to be, I guess, who the group thinks is the most talented of them all and the most deeply like connected to music, and just it's in her blood, in her veins, so she can't necessarily give it up. And I think that that's brilliant in casting Brandy, the vocal bible, for this role. But like I said, her and Butter Pecan are going to have issues surrounding Eric, and I'm gonna need Eric to get it together, because that's what happens when you dip your in the honey pot. Like, you're supposed to be managing these girls, not causing all types of romantic issues. Okay, all of these women have their own separate stories and backstories of what's going on in their lives, and things that they are running away from, things that they are motivated by, things that they are scared of, that they are also bringing now to this opportunity to reunite and go on this world tour and reclaim their fame and express themselves in music. So like I said, overall I think the series is great. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to continue watching. Aside from like some of the little cheesy moments, it definitely was given what needed to be gave. And that is my full breakdown for Queens episode 1. Let me know what you think about the episode in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my Queens coverage, because I'm going to be talking about this show a lot, y'all. I stand Brandy down, honey, and I love Eve, I love Naturi, so I'm going to be talking about this show a lot. Get ready, get into it, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.